my surgery today for revision rhinoplasty. This side of my nose, I can't breathe at all out of. This side, barely. My nostrils right now, they're very thin, so he has to widen them a little bit. This hump right here and the tip, it just looks so round and bulbous. I went to a doctor in Boise, Idaho. The first time he did my nose, I loved it, but of course the swelling over a year changes. So after that year, as the bump developed more and he said it was just from scar tissue, I went back and he said it will be a very easy fix. So I gave it a try, and a few years later, the bump it seems like it kept growing my nose. And so my mom and I just gave up on that doctor. And
so this is your third surgery. 3. God willing, the last. You remember your cartilage I told you was kind of going up towards the inside of your eye. We're going to take it, lift it up, and rotate it down to the right because you're pinched. And then we're going to make a little incision right here and put a chin implant in.
My profile, with when my nose will be a little bit smaller, it will still stick out a lot more than my chin does. So you just add a very little amount just to make it like even.
Well, he usually recommends chin augmentation when you get a rhinoplasty because it helps just balance everything out, make it more proportioned. So he put a small chin implant in, and I am very glad that he suggested it. I was so scared about it at first. If I didn't get the chin, my nose would just be sticking out a lot further. I don't think the look would be complete without it.
So we did a good amount of stuff with you, but these lateral curl strut grafts?
Yeah, I wanted to find someone that specifically specialized in revision rhinoplasty, and that is what Dr. Nassif does.
Your chin feels great. So you glad you did the chin?
I'm very glad I did the chin.
How are you liking the shape of it?
I love it.
So your chin's great, nose is still healing, looks fine now, but it's still swollen.
The breathing was what bothered me most about my nose before. I would have gone with it looking the way it did, but now that he made it look way better, so I'm a lot happier. I like that dress, it's cute.
So Alyssa is about 5 months after surgery. Now she had a tertiary revision rhinoplasty, which means I did the third one. That means the swelling is going to go on at least 2 years. The three-dimensional healing of the nose and the shrink wrappage of the skin will keep changing, especially where she has lateral curl strut grafts placed here, and they're already healing, but one is healing a little bit more than the other, so there's still swelling. She has something called spreader grafts, reconstructing the middle part of her nose. We also brought her bones in, we took a hump down, pushed her tip back, called the medial curl overlay, and she also had a small chin implant and some juvederm in her lips. So, you know, what's interesting about this is that at 4.5 to 5 months, she's already doing very well. Her tip looks good, but she still has a long way to go. As long as we keep seeing the process and keep examining her every 3 to 4 months to make sure that she's healing well. But overall, right now, I'm really pleased.